Ha, 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 ha. So, everyone was like to me, Brian, the Raptors won the championship. You should make a video on this. And I'm like, oh, I'll get to that eventually. And things got in the way and everything. But, well, I was going to get ready to make a video about the Kawhi staying because apparently the Lakers are out of it. Apparently the Lakers aren't getting anything because why would Kawhi want to play behind AD and LeBron? Why would he want to do that? No. Clippers it was. Clippers the whole time. I'd like to thank Kawhi Leonard personally for everything he did to the city of Toronto, for the city of Toronto, I guess you should say, winning the championship, the bounce shot. I just want to say, nobody should boo him. Nobody should boo Kawhi. Kawhi deserves he doesn't deserve love like Lowry or Siakam or even DeRozan deserves love, but he deserves love because he was the guy that brought us the championship. But also, let's not forget how clutch Van Vliet, Lowry, even Gasol were at points. I mean, Kawhi was the best player in the finals, but that was kind of a pedestrian finals performance compared to a Sixers series, let's be real. Oh, but as we know, he's like, you know what? That was my 1 year. You know, I'm not even gonna run it back with my teammates. I'm not gonna let them know where I'm going. I'm just gonna go, and then they're gonna find out via Shams or Woj or my sister's Instagram account, who's just been trolling us the whole time. Yeah. Now, again, I'm not mad about it, but I'm really upset because, you know, you could have at least ran it back, Kawhi. Kawhi, you could have run it back, dude. You could have just... I don't expect... You know, SoCal's your home, you know. I get that. Everyone wants to play in SoCal, but you're just like, you know what? Let's just keep this going, and let's just keep meeting with teams, even though I know I want to be a Clipper. And then what do? Oh, I know. Let's break the NBA rules. Remember when Magic Johnson went on TV? He's like, oh, I wave at Paul George, and got fined his whole wallet. Well, what was Kawhi doing? Phoning Paul George while he's with a team. Paul George has his party. If you don't know that, I'm here to stay. And he's like, oh, no. Screw you guys. I'm going home. Like Eric Cartman. You know, one of those things. So he just decides to go home and he posts this video. We're going home! All that stuff. Great. Good job, Paul George. Go home. I hate Paul George. Leave OKC. Russell Westbrook, who just has everyone leave him. I mean, he's seen KD leave. He's seen Ibaka get moved. He's seen Harden get moved. Now Paul George is like, I'm going to request a trade. Oklahoma, you've welcomed me with open arms. But you know what? This guy phoned me, this quiet guy. He's a hell of a recruiter. And I'm just going to piss off my best friend, Russell Westbrook, my good buddy, the guy that I'd go to battle with because we lost in 5 to the Blazers, which was embarrassing, Paul. That was embarrassing, but it's not just Russ's fault. It's partially your fault because you suck in the playoffs, Paul. You suck. Playoff P is a joke. There is no playoff P. So Paul George is like, okay, let's go to the Clippers. Sam Presti, get my ass to the Clippers. And then Sam Presti's like, well, Clippers have been stockpiling crap so they can do something like this. So, moral of the story is we now have two super teams in LA. We have one that's very different from the other one. We have one where it's, you know, you got one of the biggest, best big twos ever and 2 top 7 players in the league. But then you've got a bunch of table scraps like Rajon Rondo. I like Danny Green. Then they get DeMarcus Cousins, who maybe that's the piece of the big 3 if he doesn't decide to be emotional, if you get what I'm saying. But so now AD, Boogie, that combo's back. But then on the other side, we have Kawhi Leonard, yes, who's like, you know what? I'm going to leave in the snakiest way possible. Again, I love you, Kawhi. Thank you for what you did. But that was a big snake move. Calling a guy under contract 1 year into his long-ass deal that he could have signed a 1 year with OKC. He could have been like, unfinished business, Russ. We're buddies. I'll sign a 1 year and then maybe I'll go home. I think then I'll have earned the right to go home. But no, 2 years. The second year was more embarrassing because he's MVPG, one of the worst MVP candidates I've ever seen. MVPG, everybody. And then out in 5 to the Blazers. They got swept by New Orleans. Did you see what New Orleans was this year? Did you see what New Orleans was? That's all, folks. I love the New Orleans Pelicans, but did you see that? They got swept by that team. So PG could just go to LA, whatever, signs a 4-year deal though, and is like, I'm here to stay. It's that stupid party which sucked, and that stupid attention whore TV special with ESPN where he does 3 parts. He's like, oh, I'm gonna, yeah. So Paul George is the real enemy here. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm pissed at Paul George. Kawhi is just total snake, but I gotta respect the guy. He's a hell of a businessman. It appears. The way he did this is actually incredible. The way him and Uncle Dennis went about this, Rich Paul just bows, he bends the knee and shivers and quakes in the presence of a god like Uncle Dennis, the greatest NBA agent of all time, the GOAT himself, the greatest man to ever live, Uncle Dennis, who just destroyed the NBA like that, or destroyed the Toronto Raptors, because the NBA actually has a lot more parity than it has the past few years, and that's pretty awesome. But yes, so who am I going to cheer for? Well, it's weird because the Warriors, as much as we hate them, or, the Warriors the worst thing ever, they've kind of become the heroes. They're the homegrown talent now. You've got Curry, who's a likable guy. You've got Clay, who's going to come back from a possibly devastating injury. You've got Draymond, who's somehow became a little more likable somehow. And then you've got D'Lo, who's been cast aside by 2 teams for guys with big egos. So you've got that, or you've got Houston, who, well, no, Houston's not likable. You got Milwaukee. Giannis is one of the most likable guys. And guys, we can still hopefully get Giannis in 2021. I'm just saying. I think we get a meeting. I think if he leaves Milwaukee, we are the front runners. Just barely. Get off TV, those people saying the Knicks, but I'm just saying Giannis 2021. But yeah, so Giannis 2021. And oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, Russell Westbrook almost got traded to Toronto with Paul George. That's pretty funny. That's pretty hilarious, not gonna lie. That's kind of legendary. Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, big 3 in Toronto. If you told somebody that 3 years ago, they'd be like, "What?" You know that Russell Westbrook reaction with the reporter question. What? But yeah, dudes, we lost Kawhi. Ugh. We got the win. But we lost Kawhi. Kawhi is gone to the Clippers. It's weird. I'm pretty sure, like, if he went to the Lakers, I would have said, I'd rather him go to the Clippers. If he went to and he did go to the Clippers, I'm thinking I'd rather he go to the Lakers. Moral of the story, I wanted him to stay in Toronto. I think he owed us, well, he didn't owe us anything. He got us a championship. But I think, you got to run it back. You have a chance to repeat with that group. But no. Kyle Lowry, no. And I feel bad for Lowry. But one thing about Lowry is he gets to witness the rise of the new king in the north. Pascal Siakam, king in the north. This is my city. Let's go, Pascal. Spicy P, number 43, representing Cameroon. Let's do it. Let's run it back. Pascal, run it back next year. Oh, but now it's time to rest and read the Russell Westbrook trade rumors. But it's still time to rest. Thanks, Kawhi.